morning and welcome back to Questioning Sense with me, Matt. Okay, normally I start with videos with I've just done the school run or something like that. Well, obviously at the moment I'm not doing the school run. Very strange times. I spoke to Richard this morning because obviously I was trying to do some reviews, and I've got a pile of perfumes that I'd like to review, but I don't know. It's such a weird time. I don't really have the enthusiasm to try any new perfumes. So we're chatting about what I could do. And then it just dawned on me, we're all a bit unsure of what's going on at the moment, and it is really, really strange times. So what I've noticed is at home, I've been diving back into my collection of perfumes and wearing fragrances that lift my spirits, make me feel great, and ones that I really, really enjoy. Some real old familiar frags for me. So I thought, do you know what? Let's try and be a bit upbeat, let's not trivialise anything that's going on at the moment because it is a serious situation, but let's, whilst we're in isolation or, we're just a bit unsure, let's actually just enjoy our perfumes that we've got and maybe not explore so many new ones. So this is what I'm doing. My tactic is to kind of wear fragrances that reassure me, that make me feel good. And what I'm going to do is just share 10 or so fragrances that I adore, that I love, that make me feel confident and give you a little bit of a background as to why. So we're going to start with this one, which is James Bronley Original EDT. I don't hear much about this, and this is an absolute stunner. It's a real kind of green lavendery barbershop style fragrance. It's also about, I think you can get this 100ml bottle for about £12. Now, I don't really see too much about it on YouTube or anything like that. It was actually Mr. Smelly that got me onto this one, and I love it. This green barbershop style fragrance, which despite being one of the cheapest fragrances I own, has absolutely, it's really, really good performance. It lasts a very long time as a close sort of frag. So really, really good, very comforting, a very nice fragrance indeed. Highly recommended you try that one. And at the cost, you can easily blind buy it. So as I say, it's about 12 quid for 100ml. So next up, I have two. One, which is what I'm wearing today, is Cedrat Boisé by Mancera, and the other one is Yves Saint Laurent's YEDP. I love them both, and they don't smell too much alike, but they do kind of remind me a little bit of each other. So, my stock of Cedrat Boisé is going down quite a lot because I wear it a lot. So in order to protect this, I tend to wear this a little bit more than this at the moment. But they're both very, very good. Obviously, this is a niche fragrance and this is very much in the designer camp. But this is an excellent release from Yves Saint Laurent and the only Yves Saint Laurent fragrance I own at the moment. So that's YSL EDP, really, really good, and that is Mancera's Cedrat Boisé. There are going to be a more in-depth review to come on both these two, but obviously there is a full review of Cedrat Boisé. Now, the next fragrance I reach for to make me feel good is New York Intense by Parfums de Nicolai. This is one of the best perfumes ever made. I absolutely adore this. This is only a 30ml bottle, which is a really good price actually, and you can see how much of that I've got through. Absolutely amazing fragrance, and one that makes me feel super good. It makes me feel quite in control. It's just a beautiful fragrance, and one that everyone should smell at least once. It has been said that it's quite, and I've even said it is quite similar to Creed's Bois de Portugal, although I much prefer this one to the Bois de Portugal. Okay, next up is a stink. This is Xerjoff's Najaf, or Zanzibar. It was released under two names. Now, I got this a while back. This is a tester. This is a very oody fragrance. It's oud, sandalwood, but it's not sweet at all. There's no rose. It's quite sour. I have to be careful when I wear this because my wife absolutely despises it. She thinks it's quite repellent, but to me, it's just a funky oud. It's very, very mature. It's something the boss would wear, put it that way. Really, really good frag though. Quite expensive. I got this in a Facebook group for a really, really good price, actually less than I would pay for a modern designer fragrance. So it was a cheap one for me, but if you buy this retail, it's incredibly expensive. So have a look out for bargains. Beautiful fragrance if you like oud and sandalwood, which is kind of what the predominant notes are with this one, but a really, really good frag nonetheless, and it makes me feel very, very nice. Okay, next up, I'm going to look at Iron Duke from the House of Beaufort, London. This is not for everyone. This is a very smoky, powerful oud wood, There's some lavender in here that gives it almost like a barbershop that's been set on fire, but it's not actually lavender. There is saddle soap in this, which gives it that kind of thing. The reason I love this so much is in times of crisis, when I was a kid, I would speak to my father in the same way my son will speak to me. Now, I lost my dad a few years back, but there is something in this, and I think it's the saddle soap. There's a compound in the saddle soap that absolutely reminds me of my father, like nothing on earth. So in times of crisis or in times of uncertainty, or when I'm unsure, I'll wear this because it's so reassuring and it's incredibly strong. It lasts all day. You don't need a lot. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance, but I'm afraid it's one that you're going to have to test because this is not for everyone. I personally think it's absolutely amazing, and I absolutely love that. So that's Iron Duke from Beaufort, London. Right, next up, something that always makes me feel good, Club de Nuit. Yay! This is just a straight up Aventis clone, but I absolutely love it. A lot of people don't like the synthetic opening to this one, but to me, it's perfect. It just suits it. This is fun. This is great. Massive compliment getter. Really, really good performance. On my skin, this lasts all day. Absolutely love it. You have to be a fan of Aventis, obviously. There is a full review of pretty much all of these. There's certainly a full review of this one. It's a like or love. Like or loathe. I love it. I think everyone should own a bottle of it, and I have a lot of decants of Aventis. I haven't touched them since I found this, and I'm also on my third bottle of it, so that will give you an idea of just how much I wear it. Okay, next up, this is Fierro from the Casamarati collection from Xerjoff. This is just beautiful. My son has discovered this and he's wearing it today. He cannot get enough of it. It was brought to his attention because he loved the crazy bottle, but he loves the opening, and so do I. It's just this rich, beautiful lemon, slightly sweet, and a mouthy lemon. Now, I could wax on about it's exactly like walking, through lemon trees on the Amalfi Coast and picking one. I've never been to the Amalfi Coast, so I'm not going to BS here. It just smells amazing. What I will say also is that in the dry down, it's very, very similar to Dior's Eau Sauvage EDP, which I don't own at the moment, and I will certainly be getting a bottle ready for the summer. And when I get the Sauvage EDP, I will do a video where I compare the two. But this is just glorious. Another one I got in a Facebook group for a really good price. It's an expensive perfume, but there are bargains out there to be had. Beautiful stuff. I don't think I have a more summery fragrance than this one, but it works well in the spring, it works well in the autumn, and the winter too. There's something about lemon, I don't know, it's fabulous. Okay, next up, from Orto Parisi, we have Megamare, which there is a full review of Megamare down below, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about it, but this is the only aquatic I own, and it's the only aquatic I think I will ever own. This is a rich, powerful, sweet, fruity, salty fragrance with lots of musks that actually smells of the sea, which not a lot of perfumes can pull off. And it's just to die for. The performance on this is biblical. It lasts and lasts and lasts, and it really, really does go on forever. But whatever you do, don't get it on clothes because it will not come out. Highly recommended, but again, one you will need to sample. Makes me feel amazing. And then up, my all-time classic, possibly favourite fragrance of all, and that is Pardon by Nasomatto. This is woodsy, this is chocolate, this is a little skanky oud in there. This is everything you want from a fragrance. It's sophistication in a bottle, and a crazy bottle it is too. Oh, nearly lost the lid. And that's Pardon. This is, I've often said, and I've said it quite a lot, especially on Instagram and places like that, this is probably my favourite fragrance of all time, and it is, but it has got a challenger at the moment, and that's obviously going to be my next one. But Nasomatto's Pardon, if you haven't tried it, please do. You're missing out if you've not smelt this, put it that way. It's not going to be for everyone, but for me, it's almost perfection. I wear this and I don't think it could be improved. I don't know, I love it. I love it so much. Really, really good fragrance. Obviously, there's a full review of it below. And then my number one feel-good fragrance that just makes me feel absolutely dynamite is this. And that's another one from Orto Parisi, and this is Bergamask. This is also a very divisive fragrance. It has a strong synthetic smell of bergamot. It has musks. It has all sorts of weird stuff going on in there. Because it's from Gualtieri, there are no notes. So, it has to be worn to be understood. Full review of this below, but honestly, at the moment, this is my favourite perfume in the world. That may change as you would expect, but I just feel amazing when I'm wearing this. This gets compliments like nothing else. There's nothing else in my collection apart from possibly Thomas Kosmala's number 4, Après l'Amour, that gets compliments as much as this does. And I can see why, because it smells amazing. To some, it smells repellent. And I can't get my head around that, but to me, this smells amazing. And the reaction it gets from people around you helps you feel amazing. Everybody always compliments you when you're wearing this. You know, people always say, oh God, you smell amazing. And when you get compliments, it makes you feel better about yourself as well. So, you know, it's a kind of double-edged sword, but a positive one. So these are the fragrances that I'm wearing at the moment to help us get through these crazy times. And I hope you guys are getting through as well. You know, if you're isolating, it can be really difficult to stay sane. So, you know, good luck with that. And I hope it all goes well. I'm sure, you know, things will improve soon. So, you know, we'll see you on the other side. Listen, there are a lot more reviews coming. I just need to get my my mojo back for reviewing new fragrances. So at the moment, I'm kind of hiding with, you know, with well-established fragrances that I love. Anyway, listen, thank you very much for your time. It's always appreciated. And we will see you on the next video. So thanks very much. Take care. Cheers and bye.